saying, I'm trying to get you out of this thing. Come away from the hamster wheel of performance. Come, like, let's talk so I can talk to you so that your life can grow and you can see me as a good, responsible father.
Thank you so much. I want to get like one or two questions. That's all our time can take. Maybe one question. Yes, please. If you have a loud voice,
Is that working?
Thank you so much. Ore, thank you for writing this book. God really, I think it's a breath of fresh air, something that our generation and generation before us actually needs. So bless God for the book, and thank you for the opportunity to ask this question. While reading your book, right, you wrote what I called pursuit was actually performance, and what I labeled passion was really pressure. When grace is your root, fruit shows up. When you know you're already loved, obedience flows without the pressure to earn anything. That part of the book really stuck to me because going back to Galatians 2:21, it says, "I do not set aside the grace of God, for if righteousness could be gained through the law, Christ died for nothing." I think in Christendom, we all grew. I mean, a bunch of us grew as Christians in church from when we were little and up to where we are now. But one thing that I've seen after reading your book is a lot of our doings are performance based. So I wanted you to explain the difference between living a graced life and living under performance. What's the difference? How can I know as a Christian that I am performing rather than living under grace?
That's a really good question. So the way I would describe it was back to kind of what I was saying, right? Where you're living a life of performance when when there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect with you and God. You are not certain that God is asking you to do this thing. You're doing it because, back to your point, peer pressure. There's pressure on you. There's pressure to be seen. A classic example, right, is you work in church, right, and you're aiming, maybe like, okay, I want to become the pastor or whatever. And I know that if I show up early, if I do this, I'm on a track way to ordination. So I'm just gonna do this because I know that if I do this, the pastor will see that I'm committed, I'm faithful. Before you know what's going on, my name is in ordination list. I'm ordinated and I'm there, right? But you're just doing it because there's a goal in mind. There's something that you're trying to achieve in the flesh, right?